What's up, family? So let's just get right into it or whatever. This whole situation with Puff Daddy is very fucking disturbing, very fucking disgusting, and it's just bringing light to a lot of shit. You know, all the old fucking hip-hop pioneers and shit who we all looked up to and had so much love for and admiration or whatever. It's turning out that these niggas is like fucking rapists, gays, closet freaks, a whole bunch of shit that they've been covering up for years, and it's all starting to come out. It's been whispers, rumors. We've heard people say it over time. Jaguar Wright and even Maya. You know, a bunch of different shit was coming out, but it always get put in the back seat somewhere. Somebody throw that shit in the trunk, ball it up, put it in the trunk. Whatever the fuck the situation is, it always just goes away. And with time, people stop to forget until something else happened. Then it's like, oh, you remember somebody did say something about whatever. We just discredit and discard these people like they crazy. Even myself. And you know what it is? The craziest thing is, and why a lot of times we discredit them, is because we always wonder why they go after the money and not the prosecution. Because myself personally, if I found out these things were being done to my kid, my daughter, grown, adult age, or a minor, after I get over the urge to fucking kill these people and I get right back in my correct state of mind, fuck that money. We're going to press charges. They're going to spend the rest of their fucking life in jail. And then if we can get the money after, we're going to get it after. But our primary objective is to make sure they never do this shit again to anybody else. Our primary objective should always be able to protect the people. And we're not protecting the people by taking the money and just giving them the opportunity to do this shit again and continue to cover it up and cover it up. And what that does, that empowers these people who feel like they're God. They've reached a level of success and they feel like they're God. And they treat people like literal shit. I've seen these motherfuckers treat animals better than they treat humans. Really, like animals better than they treat humans. Because they have no regard for human life. Everybody is disposable. Like, so you look at the Puffy situation, but then you look at the Russell Simmons situation. You look at the R. Kelly situation. You look at all these situations, and I know back in the early 90s and beyond that, like it was taboo. But we all knew. I remember being in middle school and seeing high school, college niggas pulling up to the school to pick up the girls. I'm trying to holler at the thick bitches in class, and I can't because they fucking with a nigga that's about 20, and we only 14. And it was just like taboo. It was just something that happened, but then they started putting the lockdown on niggas, and they like, and even us as kids who had became, we just became numb to the situation, and it became the norm. Then we started looking like, oh, this shit really not right. This nigga this nigga like 10 years older than her. You know what I'm saying? But coming up, it was the norm. Like you seen young girls fucking with older guys. You know what I'm saying? We teenagers, but we not even realizing like this shit ain't right. This shit is not cool. And you know, hip hop, the community, not just the hip hop community, bro, because it's in every fucking community. But I could only speak from what I've seen, you know, but it made it okay. It was made you okay to be complacent in this shit. You know what I mean? You get older and you start doing the research and you're like, oh, this girl that was in the video, she looked like she about 20, but the bitch was only 14. Lord, forgive me for calling this, but y'all get what I'm saying? You know, and now as we getting older and we starting to have kids ourselves and we become a bit more aware than our parents were. And we like, hold up, this shit ain't cool. And it's not that our parents weren't aware. They just became, what's the best word to describe it? They became okay with it because it was normal. It was normal from dating back from down south. It was normal. And now we looking at things differently. It's like, yo, why is these grown-ass men fucking with these kids? And it's just deeper than that. Because now we getting beyond statutory rape and all this other shit, and seeing that these girls are being trafficked, they being abused, they being shared amongst these grown old ass fucking men. Fucking Russell Simmons got jammed up. This nigga then flew to fucking Bali somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He doing interviews from Bali. I think the nigga scared to come back to the US. I mean, all these motherfuckers showing love for Puffy. Like, sit back, wait for everything to come out. Don't jump to conclusions. No, nigga, listen, wherever it's smoke, it's fire. We've been hearing about Puffy for years. I mean, I heard about the gay allegations. I watched Exhibit do the interview about how the nigga took him to a gay club. You know, you always heard about Puffy wild style stories and shit like that. But this whole abuse shit just was on another level. You know, when it first started talking about shit, I mean, we've been hearing that it was him that shot the girl, not Sean. Sean took that bid, man. I hope he got a good check for that shit. Even to this day, the girl's still coming out saying, yo, Puffy shot me. But when you got money, you can pay your way out of anything. Almost anything. Into now. And that's the beautiful thing about now. We got these tools, these cameras that you can just pull out and put in the motherfucker face. And you can't lie because the truth is all right there. I mean, you got some motherfuckers that still lie like Puff Daddy. We seen you pissing on the girl, you gonna say it's your brother. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's no escaping it. It's video footage everywhere. And if you don't get to it in time, it's a wrap, nigga. It's a wrap. You know what disturbs me the most about this Puff Daddy shit? Who the fuck sit on that tape for so long? Since 2016, that tape's been available. Who the fuck sit on that tape for so long? That just goes to show you how big this shit is, how deep it goes. Puffy a sacrificial lamb now. He's no longer being protected. Somebody allowed that tape to come out. They've been sitting on it for years. All the money, power, respect, influence Puffy had, that shit is diminished. He's no longer worth his weight. He's become more of a problem than an asset. So it's best just to get him the fuck up out of here. Don't be surprised you find this nigga butt naked hung up in the cell like fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Because believe me, Puffy gonna talk. Puffy will fucking talk. I've been around a lot of people in my life. Killers, drug dealers, you know, you name it. I've been around them. And I can tell when a nigga gonna talk. Puffy gonna fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? So, just beware. Just sit around, just wait. For all this shit to start coming out and you to start hearing the names. I pray that, listen, I hope my dog not in that shit. I hope my dog not in that shit. But he's been a Puff Daddy fucking fanboy since he was about 10 years old. And I'm talking about fucking Usher. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think Usher is a good dude. There's been allegations made about him. Gay allegations. About him doing shit to men that usually we'd do to women. And these men not being happy about it. If they was cool with it, then that's between them. They adults. You know what I'm saying? And we've always heard the allegations about Puffy. And then Puffy and Usher sharing bids and all this other shit. But then you got to look at the parents. They wasn't aware. Why would you allow or trust these grown-ass men around your kids? Were you sacrificing your kids to these people for fortune? This shit is deep, bro. It's very deep. Listen, this nigga Puffy need to be castrated. He need to be castrated. Don't kill him. Cut his dick off. Don't even put that nigga in jail with a bunch of other niggas because he might like that. Look, something gotta be done. I'm tired of hearing these stories about these women being abused mentally, physically, sexually. You know, and it became a time where as though the women started to weaponize it, and there was a lot of falsehoods coming out and people just using it to gain fame, fortune, attention, you know, and they was taking down innocent men. I do believe Jonathan Majors was one of those guys. You know, I don't believe he deserved what he got, but he was a sacrificial lamb. You know, and it became to a point where people stopped believing women. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody like Cassie comes out and say, this is what happened to me, and people like, oh, here go another one. Here go another one. It's okay. Listen, it's okay to love these people's music. See, here we get back to the R. Kelly thing again. Can you still love the art and not the person? I believe you can. Puffy made a lot of good music. A lot of good music. R. Kelly, a lot of good music. I still bump all their shit. I'm not bumping it to support them, but it's nostalgic to me. It takes me back to a time in my life where things were good. And I'll continue to bump their music, not in support of them, but because I grew up with this shit. I grew up with it, and I enjoy it. I don't give a fuck about who made the beat. I don't care about that shit. But what I do care about is abusers. Men abusing women, women abusing men, and people being complacent in it. And then people jumping out there trying to defend this shit. And it's crazy because 50 been saying it. Y'all gotta watch out. 50 always on to some shit. Whenever you see him keep poking at a nigga, it's always something there. Everybody looking dumb as shit right now. Listen, I hope I ain't gonna let that nigga off the hook like that. Because even his ex-girlfriend, yo, I can't remember her name, but she's the mother of the twins, the twin girls. Like, you know, she died tragically. People saying Puffy had something to do with that. If he didn't do it to her, then he pushed her to do it to herself. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of stories saying that he was involved with Biggie's death. He was involved with Pac's death. His name always been circulating in some shit. And he consistently keep trying to change his identity. But you can't change who you are on the inside. You can be Brother Love, you can be Puffy, you can be Diddy. You can change your name as many times as you fucking want, bro. It doesn't change your background, your record, or the things that you've done. You still are you, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And you ruined a lot of fucking lives. You know, it's a lot of people that came up under you and they ain't looking too good. Fucking Loon, G Dep. You know, y'all can go down a list, Black Rob, of all these motherfuckers who came up under Diddy and they ain't got nothing to show for it. Man, niggas been saying you've been robbing them for years. But karma a bitch, bro. You can't outrun yourself. You still gotta look at that man in the mirror. Now, you was a shooting fucking star. Now you're a fucking pariah, bro. People hate your fucking guts and they starting to look at you crazy and they looking at your company crazy. Anybody that's associated with Puffy or was associated with Puffy, they pulling away. He losing all his deals, all his brand deals. Nobody's fucking with you, bro. Nobody. And I just hate to see that all of our past moguls, all the people that we grew up wanting to be, turned out to be fucking pedophiles and abusers. Please, God, don't never let me reach that amount of success where I lose my humility. Please. Because you will get humbled fast. So look, I ain't going to talk y'all head off. If y'all got any information on this shit, put it in the chat, bro. Put it in the chat. Like my shit, please. Like my shit. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure out this algorithm. I'm still like trying to do shit that y'all love. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to subscribe and like my shit and get me to, I think I need 1,000 subscribers before I can start monetizing this shit so I ain't got to trap off the fucking iPhone no more. So I can go get me a real camera and make some real shit. I want to do skits. I want to do, commentary. I want to do it all. I'm still figuring this shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all like my shit and how much I'm doing from thus far, from just trapping off the iPhone, please like my shit. Get me in the algorithm. I'm going to keep giving y'all funny. I'm going to keep giving y'all real analytics, all that shit, bro. Sis. People, y'all love me. I love y'all back. I'm going to let y'all go. Be in touch.